Yo, what up? It's Soul Guru, and this is a message from the universe to Conor McGregor. Conor, major props to you. You know, I really respect your knowledge and power through the law of attraction and, you know, visualization and all that stuff.
I always visualize victory, success, abundance. I visualized it all and it's all happening.
Yesterday, what you felt your weakness was in the fight against Nate Diaz was your lack of energy in the second round and your ability to maintain your energy.
It was simply a battle of energy in there, and he got the better of that. So
in the past for you, when you've been cutting, you know, weight, you've been able to go many rounds throwing just as many punches with, you know, just as much power as you did in that fight and gone on for longer to win the fight. And for the first time, you took your loss. What your own head coach said was, you've seen Conor on salads, now you'll see him on steaks. You didn't look too good on steaks, Conor. Your opponent was mostly raw vegan.
Well, I've been vegan for a long time, since I was about 18, 17 years old. And I eat raw. I've been doing that for a few years now.
Nate Diaz, who was still able, without the amount of fight preparation that you had, to pull the energy out in the second round.
Probably a lot more, you know, energized. What did you see out of him when you first started working with him?
The first thing, just happy, eating out, you know, jolly man.
The fact that he's not dehydrating himself, cutting weight, does that affect the way he moves?
Oh, huge difference in just the pressure is off, you know. Now it's real. Everything is open. All the possibilities are there. He's energized. He's energized.
How could this possibly be when you ate as much as you wanted? Nate probably cut a little bit to get to 169. While you were at basically as big as you could get for 168. When in the past you've been cutting and seem to have more energy. When you're it all depends on what you're putting into your body. When you're eating steaks, man, that's not really a good source of energy for a human. It doesn't contribute to your health or your nutrition in any big way. And I know that you are supported in training with Ido Portal, who's a big supporter of the paleo diet.
What do you think about veganism, or, you know, a diet with no animal products?
I can't view that as something healthy, and I actually refuse to work with vegans. In some level, I refuse to work with them.
Animal proteins, I cannot see on a large scale people operating well without.
Timothy Sheaf, who's a free runner, has, you know, talked about Ido Portal.
I like that guy, man.
I know, me too.
The way he talks passionately about movement, Ido, like, he's got a spot on. But you don't need to eat dead animals. Like, try it. Has he tried it? I don't know.
Animal protein is linked to heart disease, many cancers, high blood pressure, kidney disease, osteoporosis, and kidney stones. And if you want to see more facts on that, because they are facts, go on Dr. Gregor's channel, nutritionfacts.org. It's all there. He goes through all the paperwork compiled from all the medical reports from across the countries and finds out completely unbiased that plant-based lifestyle is the healthiest lifestyle to live. And part of me wishes that I did feel weaker because of these choices, because that would really test my nobility and how strongly I believe in these ethics. But the truth is, I feel better. I'm a better athlete than I've ever been.
Well, Ido, this is a lesson from the universe to you as well, that your own man felt that he had lower energy and was beaten by one of these weak, low-energy vegans. So there you go. Conor, I know you can tell Ido what's the right diet for you. I know you can tell Ido what's the right diet for humans because you got it tattooed right on your chest. If you want to fight like an ape, like a monkey in the ring, if you want to be powerful like a gorilla and limber like a monkey, then you got to eat like one, man. You got to be eating those raw fruits and vegetables. If you ever need a reminder of nutrition, just look at your chest. Now, you also have the tiger on your belly. Tigers are amazing animals. They're one of my favorite animals as well. But tigers, even if we could hunt like them and just chase down any fucking animal and just tear it apart with our mouth, it wouldn't even taste good to us. We'd be, you know, freaking out over the taste of fur in our mouth and the freaking gut spilling everywhere. We don't want all that. We're very picky because we're not supposed to be eating. We've just been taught to, you know, eat the certain parts that we have, and anything else is kind of gross. Because why? Because it's not natural. It's never going to be gross to a baby tiger, but eating animals is not, you know, does not appeal to the human child, all right? Because it's not natural for us. Now, I know why Ido feels like the paleo diet is a good diet, is because he has only a little bit of knowledge about the human body, and well, not the human body as far as motion, but the human body as far as its buildup inside, and the organs, and especially the digestive system, and our history. What did we come from? What are we most related to in the non-human animal kingdom? It's right on there on your chest. Ido, we're not cavemen. Cavemen were not the healthiest. We would die off at a young age. You know, we wouldn't live healthy lives. We were suffering. That's why we resorted to eating meat and killing animals for their furs, because we were living outside of our natural habitat. You know, we're supposed to be getting the fruit from the trees. Nate Diaz knows this. This is his edge over you in this fight, is his diet, all right? Where else would he get the energy from? It's not from his camp. It's not from the training. That's where it's from. That's the only, you know, logical explanation for it, and for why you were not able to perform at your usual level that you do when you're cutting weight. Obviously, the only person that's going to be able to take anything from this is you. You're going to know what went wrong. It's either going to resonate with you now or it's not. You know best, better than anybody, you know what's good for you. You'll learn the lesson eventually, no matter what. Ido has been tried to be taught the lesson. He hasn't gotten it yet. Maybe he will now. This is just, you know, the universe will keep throwing these teachings until you get it. So no matter if you get it now or later, it doesn't matter. You got all the money you wanted for this fight. It's bigger than any other fight that you've been in, but you didn't get what you truly wanted, because where did you put your focus? On the money rather than, you know, something more important, something deeper. So that's that. I know you'll just come back better than ever. I know you're gonna work harder. You get what you give, right? So when you give life to animals, you get something in return so great it's hard to imagine. You are what you eat, so get broccoli, man. An elephant eats only plants. It's the largest land animal. They're huge. Rhinos and gorillas. I do feel like some people say, oh, you're saying that, you know, Nate Diaz won because he's vegan, but then could you say when he loses that he lost because he's vegan? And I would say no, because that's only a plus. And then, you know, you have the plus of the law of attraction and your understanding of that. But in this case, it's not what lost you the fight, because obviously having that knowledge is not going to be a detriment to you, but there's something else that was weak. In this case, it was, you know, what you were eating. So that's that. I would say that's your mental edge over most other fighters. I would say that this is Nate Diaz's mental edge over most other fighters. And yeah, big props to both you guys. I hope to see you guys, you know, continue to do big things, and, you know, hopefully you see where I'm coming from. Peace out, love out. See you guys next time.
And in general, you're still not impressed with vegans?
Not impressed at all.
I'm the only one willing to say what you don't want to hear, because having the power is what people fear. The top 11 superficial reasons to go vegan: losing weight, clearer skin, less body odor, better blood flow. You're going to be less prone to very common diseases. It's cheaper. The vegan community, more energy, experience new foods, easier bowel movements, better mood.